back. Let's do lesson number 69. My grievances hide the light of the world in me. No one can look upon what your grievances conceal. But because your grievances are hiding the light of the world in you, everyone stands in darkness and you beside him. But as the veil of your grievances is lifted, you will be released with him. Share your salvation now with him who stood beside you when you were in hell. He's your brother in the light of the world, which saves you both. Today let us make another real attempt to reach the light in you. Before we undertake this in our more extended practice period today, let us devote several minutes to thinking about what we are trying to do. We are literally attempting to get in touch with the salvation of the world. We are trying to see past the veil of darkness that keeps it concealed. We are trying to let the veil be lifted and see the tears of God's Son disappear in the sunlight. Let us begin a longer practice period today with the full realization of all this and real determination to reach what is dearer to us than all else. Salvation is our only need. There is no other purpose here and no other function to fulfill. Learning salvation is our only goal. Let us end the ancient search today by finding the light in us and holding it up for everyone who searches with us to look upon and rejoice. Very quietly now, with your eyes closed, try to let go of all the content which generally occupies your consciousness. Think of your mind as a vast brown area surrounded by a layer of heavy dark clouds. You can see only the clouds because you seem to be standing outside the whole area and quite apart from it. From where you stand, you see no reason to believe there is a brilliant light hidden by the clouds. Clouds seem to be the only reality. They seem to be all there is to see. Therefore, you do not attempt to walk through them and past them, which is the only way in which you would be really convinced of their lack of substance. We will make this attempt today. After you have thought about the importance of what you're trying to do for yourself and the world, try to settle down in perfect stillness, remembering only how much you want to reach the light in you today, now. Determined to go past the clouds, reach out and touch them in your mind. Brush them aside with your hand. Feel them resting on your cheeks and forehead and eyelids as you go through them. Go on, clouds cannot stop you. If you are doing the exercises properly, you will begin to get a sense of being lifted up and carried ahead. Your little effort and small determination call on the power of the universe to help you, and God Himself will raise you from darkness into light. You are in accord with His will. You cannot fail because your will is His. Have the confidence in your Father today and be certain that He has heard you and has answered. You may not recognize His answer yet, but you can indeed be sure that it is given you and you will yet receive it. This sentence, that you may not recognize His answer yet, it's very true, because when we are in grievances, when we are suffering, we actually think that this is not what I want. And so, but God has like always placed all the solutions to all the problems, but that's not the solution that we are seeking. We want the solution our way. So that's why I love this when he says, you may not recognize his answer yet. It's very true. The answer that is in front of us is not what we want. So we may think that that has not been given to us. Try as you attempt to go through the clouds to the light, to hold this confidence in your mind. Try to remember that you are at last joining your will to God's. Try to keep the thought clearly in mind that what you undertake with God must succeed. Then let the power of God work in you and through you, that His will and yours be done. That's all we have to do. Just let I myself, the body, I cannot do anything, but with God, yes, I will succeed. In the shorter practice periods, which you will want to do as often as possible in view of the importance of today's idea to you and your happiness, remind yourself that your grievances are hiding the light of the world from your awareness. Remind yourself also that you are not searching for it alone and that you do know where to look for it. Say then, my grievances hide the light of the world in me. I cannot see what I have hidden. Yet I want to let it be revealed to me for my salvation and the salvation of the world. And be sure to tell yourself, if I hold this grievance, the light of the world will be hidden from me. If you are tempted to hold anything against anyone today. Footnotes from workbook 41, uh, paragraph 4, line number 3. Today we will make our first real attempt to let past this dark and heavy cloud and to go through it to the light beyond. After the first meditation exercise in lesson 41, similar exercises follow in lessons 44, 45, 47, and 49. The images of our true mind as a radiant sphere surrounded by a layer of clouds. In the image, we are currently standing beside the sphere outside the clouds and unable to see the sphere that the clouds obscure. From Matthew, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. The difference in the course illusion is that God's will is our will as well. God's will is for us to reach the light in us today, and that is our will too. You can go back and if you wanted to look at the lessons mentioned here, but very clearly my grievances hide the light of the world in me. Um, Once again, if we are grieving, if we are in a dark place, I love the quotes when it says, if I'm in a dark place, not only am I hiding the light of the world, I'm also keeping my brother in darkness because I'm not revealing my light and therefore I cannot see the light in him or her. So I'm obscuring the truth, everything. But that is not to say that if you are grieving, if you are sad, not to be there. Be there as much as you want to. There are materials like this to help you to see the truth, and it is up to you to come to this place, make that connection. That is your will. I hope that message resonates with you. Keep practicing. This is your transformation. I love you. Have a great day, great week. I'll see you soon. Namaste.